Another predominantly black city in the United States is unable to provide clean drinking water to all its citizens. Residents in working class neighborhoods of West Baltimore are awaiting updates on whether or not their water is safe to drink after city officials announced they found E. coli bacteria in the supply. The contamination was first discovered on Saturday. However, the city didn't notify the public of a boil water advisory until Monday, prompting concerns from residents over the delay. Now, since Monday, there hasn't been any updates on the water situation. City claims it is still trying to find the source of the bacteria. The Baltimore chapter of Food and Water Watch called the current situation horrific and noted that the people who live in the areas affected are the ones most struggling to afford the rising costs of water utilities. In fact, a recent study by the Maryland Advisory Committee to the U.S. Commission on Civil Rights found that due to a lack of federal investment in water infrastructure, there's been a 500% increase in water rates over the past 20 years in Baltimore. Folks who live in the city have seen their incomes rise by only a fraction of that, just 60%. And so, by 2019, more than half the residents in Baltimore could not afford their water bills and had to deal with shutoffs. Meanwhile, officials in Jackson, Mississippi are claiming that the city's water crisis is now abating. Governor Tate Reeves said that water pressure has been restored at the city's crippled treatment plant and that it should only be a matter of days, not weeks or months, before the city's boil water advisory will be lifted. That's good news. The bad news, the Republican governor also discussed plans to privatize the city's water in the future. Reeves admitted that the problems in Jackson are decades old and a result of underinvestment, and that it will take more than $1 billion to fix them. As for how they're fixed, Reeves said all options are on the table, including privatization, letting a company manage the city's water systems for a profit. Even Democratic U.S. Congressman Benny Thompson, who represents most of Jackson, doesn't want the city to be put back in control of its own water system. But the group Cooperation Jackson, which organizes the working class in the city and promotes community ownership and co-ops, criticized the response to the water crisis. It called on the state and federal government to fully fund an overhaul of Jackson's water system, that any new contracts to rebuild pipes or other components of the system be given locally, and that the new system be ecologically designed and remained owned by the city. In a statement, the group said, quote, "Money must not be an issue. If the government can generate billions of dollars to provide immediate and long-term aid to the governments of Ukraine, Taiwan, and Israel so readily, then it can generate them for the people of Jackson." Hey, thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any of our new videos. Also, if you want to see Means Morning News in its complete form, not just the clips we post here, head on over to Means TV and get access to all our new episodes and our entire backlog, plus tons of other great movies and original TV shows.